Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia, where I almost said the wrong game because of a conversation we've been having leading up to actually starting the recording. We were talking about all of the different voices, the voice actors that we recognize from previous games. In particular, Saren Prince had mentioned, I'll let you go into it since you were talking about it.
Oh, yeah. We played Cafe Stella, and Kana is Sachi.
Yeah, exactly. I did not even catch that until you said something about it. Yeah.
Actually, here's one that you probably didn't catch then also.
Okay, you're probably right.
Our lovely blonde idiot Michiru.
Okay.
You're playing through Sonobuichi right now. She's Toko.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I have not spent enough time with her to pick up on that yet, I don't think. Interesting.
Yeah.
There's a pretty clear difference between those two characters, though, in terms of their personalities.
Yes, there definitely is.
I think, now that you had mentioned it, though, like Sachi and Kana, her voice is similar enough for both characters that I don't know why I didn't make that connection. But yeah, there's definitely a big contrast otherwise.
Yeah. No, the other one I think is different.
Well, cool. I love those connections. There's an old proverb. Once three women gather, things get noisy. It happens to be a lie. The truth of the matter is, one woman is enough for things to get noisy. Females are capable of holding a lengthy conversation with a wall. Okay. Get three such creatures together, and you're solidly beyond noisy and into migraine-inducing territory. Boy, Yuuji hates women.
I feel like, to be honest, no offense to Michiru and all the Michiru stands who are in the comments. If I had to deal with Michiru, I probably would too.
That is fair, but I feel like the majority of the other women kind of balance it out. Michiru is our glorious exception.
I mean, to be fair, one of them tried to stab him.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. That is very true. Okay, so 3 out of 5. Wait, yeah. Sachi's fine, and Amine's fine, and Makina's Makina. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, 3 of 5.
Yeah.
That's 60%. That's a passing grade in some universities.
Yeah, exactly. A conversation between men is a very efficient thing. We can prove that wrong very quickly.
Oh boy. Like we haven't spent the last 90 minutes not doing this episode.
Step 1, both sides communicate their business. There is no step 2. With women, it's a different story. Before they get to the point, the conversation will be diverted onto the subject of dieting, which then develops into a chat about cosmetics. From there, the topic will shift to TV programs, then celebrities, perhaps followed by an exchange of opinions on popular sweets. After a stopover at the old standby, love gossip, things will come full circle into more dieting talk. I feel like he's just been watching daytime TV. Whatever the original point of the conversation may have been, it's buried under the bewildering blizzard of topics, never to be seen again. Then again, maybe I'm just looking at this the wrong way. It seems entirely plausible that female conversation is pointless by design. Wow. Of course, I'm something of a magnanimous spirit, are you though? So I do my best to endure these unproductive chats when necessary, but there comes an end to every limit. Once my tolerance is exceeded, my usual coping method is to shut down my brain, then repeat, I see, amazing, and, not your fault, every time I sense a pause in the verbal onslaught. In many cases, this proves to be sufficient. On one memorable occasion, I weathered a conversation with a woman for a good 4 hours using nothing but these 3 phrases.
Kazami-san mo sou omotte itadaketan desu ne.
I see.
それでは決定事項とさせていただきます。
Okay, she is not the person to just use regular NPC-like responses.
Amazing.
クオリティが低くならないように努力します。
Oh no.
Not your fault.
Unfortunately, there are also times when my strategy doesn't work out so well. This is going to be one of them.
ねえ、いいの？あんなこと OK しちゃって。
Amazing. What, huh?
まさか適当に答えてたわけじゃないでしょうね。
Is that not your default state of being?
What a ridiculous question. I was listening to every word. Obama's
じ
still
ゃあ
president,
何
right?
を話してたか説明してみなさいよ。
Let's see. Something about how Sachi hates pickles? Or was it parsley?
全然違う。ほらね、聞いてないじゃない。
Okay. Seems my concentration may have slipped ever so slightly. Probably because I got caught up reading that new novel last night. I had noticed during my morning training routine, but apparently I didn't get enough sleep. Must have flipped the mental kill switch without even realizing it. I force my brain out of hibernation mode and stare Michiru in the eyes.
Alright. Honestly, wasn't paying attention in the slightest. Therefore, I have no idea whatsoever as to what the conversation was about. Not a clue. You got a problem with that?
ちょっと、なんでそんな偉そうなのよ。
Oh no, we're challenging her. Tsundere
Hey,
versus Tsundere.
You got a problem with that?
Hey.
All I remember of that discussion was some pointless small talk at the beginning. I don't... You know, hardly a big deal if I did space out.
あ、そう。別にあんたがそれでいいなら構わないけど、後悔しても知らないからね。
Oh no. We have no idea what we agreed to, and she could have told us.
Crying?
恥ずかしいよ、恥ずかしいよって言って泣きついても、私は慰めてあげないんだからね。
Oh, your tears are so delicious. Salty.
It's very... what? Sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about.
ちゃんと聞いてないからでしょう。
For once, she is right.
Yes. I think that makes 2 episodes in a row that Michiru has been right about something.
It just reminds me of Fairly Odd Parents. January 4th, Cosmo had an idea.
God. Huh. This might be trouble.
風見さん、先ほどの件なのですが。
Okay, here's our opportunity to say, about that, could you refresh my memory?
Can you... What is it? Is it a stenographer who does, like, the court recordings?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Can you read that back to me?
Yeah. Can you give me... Yep, can you read back the stenographic notes? Yeah, about that.
サイズの方を測らせていただいてもよろしいですか？万が一長さが足りないということになると大変ですから。
Yep, very true. Gotta have sufficient length.
はい、もしそうなったら使えなくなってしまいます。
Right, wouldn't be usable.
それでは失礼させていただきます。
With her customary finesse, Sachi takes my measurements. The skillful, efficient movements of her hand remind me of a maid gracefully pouring tea. Her refined motions possess something of a special charm unique to the work of a true artisan. Truly impressive.
She's looking in my soul. Can I ask one question?
はい、何でしょうか？
You're measuring for the length of what exactly?
Your codpiece.
紐です。
The strap, huh?
それでは作業に取り掛かりますので失礼いたします。
Alright, show me what you can do. I expect precision to the millimeter.
Oh boy.
はい、ありがとうございます。風見さんに似合うようにサメさんポーチを一生懸命作らせていただきます。
A shark pouch?
Sachi, hold.
And she's gone.
Wait.
Sachi trots off, oblivious. My voice doesn't even seem to register. As I find myself alone, the gravity of the situation begins to sink in.
A shark pouch. That will look perfect on me.
Now, is it like a fanny pack or one of those belt bags that looks like a shark? And what, you unzip it and the mouth opens and you put stuff inside, or...
Or is it a pouch that is for small sharks?
Or is it like Far Cry, where it is a pouch that is made out of sharks?
Uh-huh. Or is it like a one-piece suit and the middle opens as a shark pouch?
You know, it could be. I'm curious to see. By shark pouch, she's presumably referring to something like that vaguely fish-shaped fanny pack Michiru's always wearing. Okay, that's kind of what I figured.
Okay.
Okay, that much I understand, but one that will look perfect on me? What exactly is that supposed to mean? I slowly, carefully draw out my vague memories of the conversation I sleepwalked through earlier. Okay, good start. A cool draft of air was flowing into the hallway through an open window, refreshing as a mountain breeze after a long hike. We're already off the beaten path here. As I walked down the corridor, lost in my thoughts, I was surprised by an agitated yelp. It was reminiscent of the high-pitched shrieks emitted by cartoon animals back in the earliest days of sound films. I moved to confirm the situation, prepared for the remote possibility of an emergency. Instead, I found Michiru sprawled out on all fours, her face planted on the ground. Apparently, she was cleaning the floor with her tongue. How admirable. What goes on in his head? There's something very wrong with him.
Okay, for a guy who talked a bunch of shit about women's conversations going nowhere, I feel like his train of thought goes nowhere.
Absolutely. You are 100% right. It's very much the pot calling the kettle black on this one.
Huh, a face mop, huh? Oh, that brings back memories. Oh, I had to clean a few hallways this way myself. Back in my old school. Flashback within the flashback.
Oh my god, that would be amazing and terrible.
そんな特殊な方法で掃除するわけないでしょ。転んだのよ。いったったった。
When I looked down, the number of canisters were strewn all about the floor. They resembled Michiru's containers of Ramoon candy. Apparently this wasn't an attempt at cleaning after all. They must have fallen out of her shark pouch when she... fell. In an attempt to be polite, I bent over to help her pick them up, but Michiru hurriedly snatched the nearest canister away from my hand.
私が自分で拾うからいいの。触らないでよね。
Okay, but
Okay,
it's gonna make your route boring.
if you say so.
これジッパーのとこが少しバカになってるのよね。サチに直してもらおうかしら。お呼びですね、ミチル様。どっから出てきたの？
Blame her parents.
偶然近くを通りかかったものですから。
Actually,
そうな
Sachi.
の。でもちょうどいいわ。これのジッパーの部分直しておいてくれない？
Sachi was from her mother's womb untimely ripped.
はい、喜んで。それにしてもこのサメさん、可愛いですよね。まあね、そうよね。このようなアイテムは人を選ぶと思うのですが、その点ミチル様はとてもよくお似合いです。風見さんはどう思われますか？
Yeah, it's cute. Michiru has reached the pinnacle of shark chic.
Shark chic.
まあ、サメニスタ。
Now that I think about it, by this point I was already mostly tuned out of the conversation. Once a female speaks the word cute, in most cases the discussion is going to get painfully lengthy and repetitive, much like these monologues. Combined with my drowsiness from insufficient sleep, this instinctive judgment quickly sent my mind into hibernation mode.
へえ、あんたもこういうの好きなの？
Yeah.
それは見かけによらずです。
Really?
もしかしてあんたもこれ実は欲しいなーって思ってるんじゃないでしょうね。
I see.
本当にサメさんをお望みであれば私が作らせていただきますが。
Amazing.
Yep.
ちょっと私が冗談で言ったのが悪かったわよ。この子本当に作るわよ。
Not your fault.
ミチル様、
Oh no, it's
風見
adding
さん
up.
は本当にサメさんポーチを望んでおられるようです。そうなの？目が若干うつろだけど本当にそうなの？
Good call.
適当に返事してるだけじゃないの？
Wow. You know what? I'm beginning to slowly realize that Michiru is kind of like Patrick Star. She's dumb
Yes.
90% of the time, but 10% of the time she's actually pretty brilliant. Well, like
Yep.
season 1 or 2.
And just like Patrick, most of the times if you read her mind, it would just be like milk.
Yep, spilt milk.
みちる様、それは間違っています。風見さんは返事を適当にする人ではありません。風
Well,
見さん、私にサメさん作らせてください。
Could be worse.
I see.
しかも風見さん用に
Oh
ライ
no.
ンストーンをつけてさらに可愛くキラキラにさせていただきます。だから毎日しっかり着用してくださいませんか？
It's a rhinestone shark pouch.
Amazing.
ちょっとユージ、私が悪かったってば。この子本当に作っちゃうわよ。そしたら毎日キラキラをぶら下げて生活することになるのよ。
It's fine. He can just say that he won it in a ladder match.
キラブラ生活なのよ。それでもいいの？
It's the Shark Chic Showdown.
Not your fault.
みちる様、きっと風見さんはこう見えて大のファンシー好きでありキラキラ好きなんです。
Oh my god, this is amazing.
I'm trying to remember, what was it? Was it Typhoon, who, like, the 80s wrestler big guy who had the big had like the top half was like the top of a shark and the bottom was like the bottom of its mouth, so his stomach was like the red of like between the two
Huh.
like jaws of the shark. And so sometimes when he'd wrestle, his like he would move and like the shark would be different. Yeah.
I did not know that was a thing, but that... Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
このサメさんにはラインストーンが似合う。風見さんもそう思っていただけたんですね。
Amazing.
Oh, so close.
I see.
You had a 1 in 3 chance of getting it right.
Yep.
それ
Rock,
で
paper,
は
scissors.
決定事項とさせていただきます。
There you go.
Amazing.
クオリティが低くならないように努力します。
Not your fault.
Okay, that one doesn't even fit.
Nope. Huh.
Somehow, it seems the conversation concluded with me sentenced to wear a sparkly shark fanny pack at all times. I gently close my eyes and imagine the result. Give us a scene. Nice. A sparkly lifestyle, as they say in Hollywood, a life of glitter. Does anybody say that in Hollywood? Whatever.
The glitter is cocaine.
Well, actually. Although I can picture the scene without difficulty, accepting it proves to be beyond my capabilities.
Sachi.
Dun 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 dun.
はい、いかがなさいましたか？
Oh, she came back really fast.
No, I imagine she literally is just like behind him.
Yeah, actually, she just pops up like Lurch.
Oh, I was thinking the guy from Mr. Deeds.
Oh,
Very sneaky, sir.
yep.
Emergency situation. Sorry for the sudden notice, but I need to withdraw the previous request. Discontinue the production process.
She already made it.
と申しますと？
I'm talking about the pouch. You remember, right?
はい、すでに半分ほど完成しているサメさんポーチの件ですか？
Okay, I was half right.
You are fast.
はい、それはもうマッハで取り掛かっておりましたもので。
Well, every time the words shark pouch leaves Sachi's mouth, her expression becomes dazed and dreamy. The girl's gotten herself all fired up for some reason. I've got to do something, and quick.
だって風見さんがサメさんポーチだなんて可愛いじゃないですか。ですからこの小峰幸、それはもうミリミリで作業に取り掛からせていただきました。
You are going to wear that shark pouch, and you are going to like it.
Right.
If the thing's already half finished, I can hardly admit that I simply wasn't paying attention to the conversation. In the field, even a momentary lapse of judgment can be enough to trap you in a hopeless situation. I've seen people die for their carelessness before my eyes.
Now I have a worse fate. Wearing a shark pouch.
A few thoughtless steps, a small sound drowned out by the buzzing of insects, a single stray bullet. Such things can sometimes change the fate of the world. I should know this all too well, and yet, look at me now. Cold sweat trickles down my armpits as I speak.
A shark, huh? A shark, is it?
はい、サメさんです。
Could you make it a crocodile instead?
できます。すぐに取り掛からせていただきます。
Okay. Figures. I was hoping to buy some time with an unreasonable demand, but we're dealing with Sachi here. A design change like that doesn't even faze her.
You know what? Sorry, Sachi. Forget about the crocodile as well.
はい。では、このトレーシングペーパーはひとまず剥がしておきます。
What?
What?
Her preparations for changing the coloration from a shark to a crocodile were proceeding far too quickly. I can't underestimate her skills. I gotta pick an animal difficult enough to throw her for a loop and slow down the production process.
What animal's in 4D?
Platypus? Which would mean?
I mean, I guess technically all animals are in 4D in some sense, but anyway.
Yeah.
I've got it. Sachi, what we need is a bush dog.
A bush dog?
ヤブ犬ですか？アルゼンチン北東部などに生息し、後ろ向きに走ることができるという別名ブッシュドッグこと、あのヤブ犬ですか？
Huh.
I do indeed. Think you can handle it?
もちろんです。しかし、少し時間がかかるかもしれません。
Sachi twists her face in apparent frustration, just as I had hoped. Even with her determined spirit, making a motif from such an unfamiliar animal should require some time-consuming work.
All right. Carefully collect your reference materials. Proceed slowly but surely. Nice and slowly. Understood?
Nice and slowly.
かかります。
Let's have your initial report on the estimated time to completion.
2分です。
Oh my god. Through heroic effort, I managed to swallow the words, "That's too damn fast," before they leave my mouth.
I see. You think it'll go that smoothly, huh?
迅速な行動が理念ですから。それでは失礼いたします。
Okay.
Seems the bush line was too easy. Bush dog was too easy. If I'd gone with like a golden lion, a lion. Cameron, I might have bought myself a few more minutes.
You see, he should have gone with Snoop Dogg and or Snoop Lion.
Damn it, I chose poorly. Damn it. To be fair, I don't think there's an animal he could have chosen that would have been beyond her capabilities.
No, I'm sure she would have been able to do any obscure thing he could possibly think of.
Giant squid, already done. It's like, what?
No, a giant squid would have been way too easy. The straps are his tentacles.
Portuguese. Yep. Yeah. You'd have to have like something else, yeah.
Uh-huh.
適当に返事してるからでしょう。まったく。
Yeah, you're right.
Silence. Oh, what's the point of passing history, a judgment on history from the position of hindsight? You know, at that time, under those circumstances, I made the best decisions that I could.
No, he did not.
その結果がこれ。まったくご苦労なことね。
Damn.
Wow. She's right, though.
If I'm keeping mine.
That was good. That was good.
ちょっと落ち着きなさいよ。ポーチぐらい大したことじゃないでしょ。
Yeah, perhaps you're right. Okay, my apologies. I overreacted.
Thanks to Michiru's words, I quickly regained my composure. It seems my lack of sleep may have made me overly irritable. Just as she says, if I think about the matter rationally, there's hardly any reason to make such a fuss over a mere rhinestone-covered shark pouch. The mature thing is to politely accept my sparkly fate.
On second thought, I'd rather die.
だから落ち着きなさいっての。
Adequate sleep is gravely important.
That's the takeaway for this episode.
どうしたのよさ。ずいぶん騒がしいじゃないの。祭り系？それがさ、参っちゃうのよね。ユージが珍しく苛立っててね。
I think my favorite part is that not only can she complete a very difficult pouch in like 20 minutes, but she has a full Pokedex entry of probably every animal.
It seems that way.
ほへー、珍しいこともあるのよさ。カルシウム食えや、ほれ。
Okay. As she speaks, Makina picks up a pebble from the hallway floor and offers it to me. I accept it with a curt yeah, then hurl it into the distance with one smooth movement.
何するの。
Silence, please. I really need you. Truly. Just stop talking for a while.
Please don't say train.
What?
Nobody was discussing locomotive. Your English is terrible. Also, you need to shut up.
Yeah, we were discussing trains like, what, 90 minutes ago?
ミュ？
No, not Mew.
なんよ、変なお兄ちゃんだな。確かにいつもとちょっと違うのよさ。話半分で聞いてるユージが悪いから仕方ないんだけどね。
True. When you get down to it, it's my fault. Seems I have no choice but to accept the
私に
consequences.
何の用なのよ。
Accidentally
Seems like
hit.
I have no choice but to accept the consequences.
My bad. I didn't mean to accidentally. I hit the button by accident. Also, I
That
was caught
happens.
up on deserts versus desserts. Because she said just deserts.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
I don't know if that was intentional or not. With Michiru, it's hard to say.
Actually, I feel like that's the best character to make that mistake for.
Yep.
うん、それは。風見さん、できましたよ。
Uh-oh.
やばい犬さんですよ。
Behold the bush dog.
やばい。
Are you good? Although she's completely out of breath, Sachi's face is filled with the joy of victory. She thrusts out her hand, offering me a pouch recognizably modeled after a bush dog. Pretty impressive accuracy for such an off-the-cuff work, actually. I want to see it.
Good work. Impressive. I wasn't expecting you to finish the job so quickly.
That was way quicker than 20 minutes.
はい、サメは国家なり。
What?
サメじゃなくてヤブ犬だし、国家でもないけど。
Thanks.
This entire conversation has gone so off the rails I don't even know what's happening anymore.
では風見さん、早速ご試着願います。この紐を肩におかけになってください。
I turn the pouch over in my hand. It seems to be constructed from heavy-duty waterproof nylon, usable even in heavy rainy weather. In order to express the distinctive coat of the bush dog, Sachi's made use of fabric with a chocolate chip pattern. The chocolate chip design is more familiar as a camouflage pattern in desert regions, but it's well suited to the purpose. I'm honestly fairly impressed with her creative choice. And yet, as if to intentionally shatter the otherwise clever design, sparkling rhinestones are scattered all across the pouch's surface. The sheer glitter power of this thing is overwhelming. I feel a little dizzy just looking at it.
Show us the pouch.
I know, right?
Hey, Sachi.
はい、どうかいたしましたか？紐にはアジャスターも備えていますから、多少の体格の変化にも対応できます。この小峰幸の最高傑作と言っても過言ではありません。ぜひの試着を。
Well,
I see.
I steel my nerves and prepare to face my cruel, sparkly fate.
Yeah, I got an adequate sleep.
But in the next moment, the situation changes abruptly. Michiru approaches briskly, snatches the pouch from my hands, and dangles it in front of Makina.
ほら、マキナ見てみなさいよ、このポーチ。 ポーチポーチなんて興味ないのよさ。仕事は寝て言えっつうの、本当に。
Alright,
Well, that's what we should have said.
I know.
バカ、ちゃんとよく見てみなさいよね。ほらこれ、キラキラついてるのよ。キラキ
Oh, right. With the subtle motion too small for Makina to consciously notice, Michiru draws the pouch back toward herself. The action triggers Makina's subconscious instinct for the chase, firmly hooking her interest on the bush dog pouch.
ラキラなのよさ。めっさキラキラしとる。それ欲しい欲しい。
I forgot that she's completely attracted to shiny objects. At Makina's words, I grab Sachi's shoulders and stare intensely into her eyes.
Sachi, my friend, you heard the girl. This thing's hella shiny. I want it. Unless you give me this pouch, I don't know what will become of me, and I'm afraid I can no longer live without it. What passion! And my heart has been moved. On that note, I know I was originally scheduled to receive this, but I think Makina might be even more deserving as a recipient. It may look even better on her than it would on me. What do you think?
そうですね。確かにサメの段階では風見さんがベストだったのですが、ヤブ犬となるとマキちゃんに若干の軍配が。
I can't tell if this is breaking her heart or not.
ねこれ何？ゴールデンライオンなんとか？
Close.
しっけえな。どこからどう見てもヤブ犬。ヤブ犬か。あれかわいいよね。ヤブ犬大好き。チルチルの次に好き。マキナの中で私のポジションどの辺なの？
Do you really want to know the answer to that?
犬、チルチル、ヤブ犬、犬っていう順位で好き。
Okay.
なんだかすごく獣に挟まれてる感じがする。そして犬が2回も。
That's how much she loves dogs.
Sachi, can you find it in your heart to give it to a young animal lover here? I think it would be the best thing for the pouch.
もう、獣が好きなわけじゃないのよ。ヤブ犬と2匹の犬とチルチルが好きなだけなの
You
よ。
have a crawfish.
Well, but she doesn't love the crawfish. She just wants the crawfish as a science experiment.
True.
はい、わかりました。確かに私も風見さんよりマキちゃんが持っていた方がお似合いな気がします。
Ooh, mission
マキちゃん、
accomplished.
大事にしてね。はーい、もろたで。キラッキラのヤブ犬もろたで。
Da 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 da.
ダフ
That's your second Pokemon.
What?
Wait, what?
It talks.
こいつ泣くぞ。
Turns out it's actually a bush dog with rhinestones on it.
はい、泣いた方が
What?
いいかなって。なぜ照れた？ねえねえサッチ、これもっと泣く？泣きバリエある？バリエーションはまだ10種類しかなくてね。これで。
Okay, wow.
かわいいかわいい。あっちでもっと教えて。人のいない静かな場所でこの鳴き声を堪能したいのよさ。
If this doesn't become a running joke, just Makina randomly making bush dog
It has
noises,
to be.
I'm gonna be so disappointed.
この鼻の部分を押すとね。
Oh, I see. There's multiple things happening at once. That's not good for my ADD. Makina and Sachi wander off somewhere, grasping the sparkling bush dog pouch in their hands. Left behind, Michiru and I find each other's eyes and heave simultaneous sighs of relief.
Excellent work. I definitely owe you one.
はあ？何がよ。
No need to play dumb. I know you orchestrated this conclusion. You called Makina over so that you could press the pouch on her.
Bold of him to assume she's playing dumb.
画策？変な言いがかりつけないでよね。私のどこが画策だって言うのよ。そんなに画策してる？
Wait, then what's Charlie doing?
I feel like that would be the answer of like a mob boss if he was ever in court. You orchestrated all this. I've never orchestrated nothing in my life.
What are you talking about? Do I look like a conductor to you?
Can you define orchestrated?
あれでしょこうカクカクサクサクってことでしょ何それどういう意味よ
Whatever. Either way, I owe you one. From now on, I'll be paying at least a little attention to any conversation, no matter how incredibly pointless. Otherwise, there's no telling what I might get caught up in again.
あんたって素直なんだかへそ曲がりなんだかわかんないわね
It can be both.
It sounds like you're describing yourself.
そんなことないでしょすっごいじゃなくてすっごく積んであれこういう時はどうすればいいのかしら
All I know is I misread that at first.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine
Oh.
what you probably thought.
Yep. If a tsundere honestly admits they're a tsundere, they stop being a tsundere.
It's a paradox.
Wait, a woman says everyone on her island tells nothing but lies. If it's true, the woman's a liar. But if she's a liar, what she says can't be true. Similar case.
Yep.
ハリネズミのジレンマってやつね
Not exactly.
No? Not quite?
違うのジンマシンのハリネズミ
All right.
Now you're just talking about an animal giving birth.
じゃあ段ボール箱の中の猫がジンマシン
Are you looking to become a veterinarian?
私って獣医になりたがってるのいつの間にか心理テストを試したのねなんという恐ろしい男
You were the one that brought up Schrodinger's cat.
There was no testing involved. You've managed to get yourself completely confused, just fine without my help. Specifically, you started talking about things you don't understand and lost track of our conversation entirely. Neither Schrodinger nor Freud have anything to do with this. You're trying too hard. Stick to very nice, small words.
うるさいわねとにかく私は私なの他の誰でもないの
No, we've got that.
I am aware of that.
私は分かってないのよ
Wait, what?
Angrily eats candy. Michiru takes a handful of Ramun candies from her pouch and munches down on them vigorously.
Oh no, her levels are increasing substantially.
Oh, she's gonna be level 100 and we won't be able to control her at all. I know women are always saying they have a separate stomach for sweets, but isn't this daily intake of junk food bad for her? Or is this some form of stress relief? Seems to me that a coping strategy like that would just get you caught in a vicious circle of candy-bloated misery.
No matter how much glucose you take in, it's not going to increase your basic potential for action. It's certainly necessary for energy, as energy for your brain, but considering your presumably modern and clearly unhealthy diet, there's no need to go out of your way to take more. Junk food like that is basically pure sugar, just so you know.
ほっときなさいよねこうすると落ち着くのよにゃんにゃん
If you're that fond of them, let me try one.
She's gonna bite his hand.
ダメよこれは私専用なんだから自分で買いなさいこの貧乏人ああ貧乏人って言葉はまずいかこのお菓子を欲しがる人への悪口は
I don't know, I kind of feel like deadbeat worked.
You what?
このシュガーです
You too.
I think you may have actually gotten there from homeless, but the nuance is pretty different. I think I might have mentioned this, but your English, really needs work.
うっさいわねとにかくそういうことだからバイバイ
Oh, a reasonably polite farewell for once.
バイバイ取り消しバイバイしないからねなんもなしで去るからねなんもなし
No words, none at all.
Got it. See you later.
うん ね。
It's difficult for me to determine whether this girl is basically a somewhat considerate person or just an utter idiot who occasionally stumbles her way into acts of kindness. But either way, she's incredibly noisy. From experience, I know that there are essentially two types of women in this world. You have your noisy women, and then you have your even noisier women. Okay.
What about what's her name, who like never talks, stabs people?
I guess she qualifies in the first category. It's probably just a very broad umbrella category. And we men must manage as best we can in this cruel world. There is a quick and efficient way of shutting a woman up, namely sealing her lips, but sadly this comes with its own set of complications. Alright.
Bye, Snow Picnic.
I think I'll be going to bed early tonight. Yep, that's exactly what it is. I have to say, there's a point where his commentary is funny, but it also gets to a point where it's just like, dude, what is wrong with you?
Yeah. Because, like, you could do... It's one of those things you can hit a joke one time and it's funny.
Yeah,
But if you constantly hit the same joke,
it stops being funny.
it's not. And especially, like, if you don't do it like a joke.
Yeah,
Like-
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really stops being a joke when he just keeps hitting on those same things. It's like, okay, well, that's not really a joke. It's just your warped perception that you
And
rehash.
and there's situations that could have made it funny.
Yeah,
Like, if that was the... Let's say it was Michiru and Amane and what's her name?
Makina.
Yeah. And they're all just yelling about something and arguing.
Right.
And he's just trying to like read or do something.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trapped there for some reason. And they're just all arguing. Then sure, that works. That joke is a good conclusion to that scene.
Yeah.
But when you have only one of those characters present for the most part, and then another one who's not at all loud, or she's just, robotic, it doesn't work as well. Like, it doesn't, the scene doesn't set up the joke.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't think it's just the humor type. I think it's just not in the place that it would work.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's just missing entirely. Because there are certain things where the jokes that miss in this game, I see where you would put them to make them funny.
Right.
If you're gonna like make it, sure, but do it in the right situation where you're like, oh, it's funny.
Okay.
But like, it doesn't. Not in some of them.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Well, and I mean, you can't say that all of the jokes fit into that category. Like, Sachi robotically making that pouch in 20 minutes, and also, oh yeah, it's perfectly designed, and it talks. That's hilarious.
Yes, absolutely amazing. Love it.
I think the weak point usually is Yuuji, though.
It's just his internal monologue.
Yeah, you know
If
what? You're
he
right.
just did not have the internal monologues, and I get like, he is trying to be like, oh, but he was like trained from the time he was young, as this soldier and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I've lived in war zones. Like, all I do is check exits,
Yeah.
and that's about it.
Yeah.
Most of the time, life's pretty normal. Other, sometimes they aren't, but in general,
True.
you
I think a lot of it's just his own personality quirks, and he just doesn't see his own quirks.
And I feel like it would work better if his own quirks worked against him in the same way. This time it did, but then the joke wasn't that he learned nothing. If the joke was that he learned nothing, then it's great.
Mhm.
It's like he is a mirror image of Michiru in some ways, and that's funny.
Yeah, you're right.
There's things you can do with it. Again,
Mm-hmm. When you visit a country where they speak a different language, there's one thing you should always learn first.
Where's the bathroom?
Yes.
Oh.
Namely, I agree with you. Namely, the local phrase for thank you, or so my master taught me. Of course, my master was also such a half-assed human being that she usually didn't bother to learn anything else. Get thanks down first, and then just make up the rest as you go along. I had plenty of good conversations in America using only thank you, dog, and pencil. Alright, I would be curious to see what those entailed. When someone's that shamelessly sloppy about life, it's actually kind of charming. That woman had the brains of poultry. But while we're on the subject of English, chicken head is an insult you should usually try to avoid over there.
Accurate?
Yes. To say that to a woman...
See, it's funnier if you don't explain the joke. This is like when Joker knocks Harley Quinn out the window.
Mhm.
It's like, he's right. He's right. It's a joke's not funny when you explain the joke.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And the only way that it's funny if you explain the joke is if you have a very specific comedic style, like a Norm Macdonald or a Gilbert Gottfried, where
Yes.
part of the humor is that you're good at explaining a joke. Anyway.
Yeah, you're right. This definitely doesn't help the joke. It overshoots the joke.
Yes, it's a funny joke. It's a funny joke in passing.
Mhm.
Because in passing, I laughed. I was like, that's really funny. It's definitely not something you should call somebody.
Yep.
But then it's like, and in case you didn't get the joke, it's like, damn it. But
Here's the encyclopedic definition.
Yep.
Anyway.
It sounds like I'm going on a rant, but this is because this is kind of a pet peeve of mine with jokes.
No, I think you're justified in it, though, because it ties back to what we were talking about, how there's poor execution of humor in this.
Yeah, like, I love humor. I love jokes. There's ways to do good jokes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the best jokes are honestly, the best jokes, not everyone's going to get the joke.
Yeah, that's true. Say that to a woman and you've implied that she spends a lot of time moving her head back and forth like a chicken pecking at feed, and I'm not going to read the rest of it.
Today's supper is a fish. You like a fish?
Why, yes, I do like fish.
Uh-huh. Do I do like a fish? Yes, fish. Are you okay? What you say? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Okay, now that one's funny.
Yes,
It works.
I'm okay. Oh, jeez, but that. You too? Suck that! You bastard! What? Please say again. You know I'm saying. Look enough. I like fish. I'm rabbit. You rabbit? You must not laugh.
All right.
Hey, Amane,
何さ
what exactly are those two doing over there?
あれマキナ先生の特別授業だよ
Well, it's quite remedial.
Remedial class?
ほらみちるはこの前英語のテストで赤点ギリギリだったじゃないだからああやって時々教えてもらってんのよ
Makina, teach.
まあほら言ったと思うけどマキナはああ見えて子供の頃アメリカに住んでたしね
Oh, yeah.
The idea of Makina teaching somebody is kind of bizarre.
何を言う考えても見たまい諸君いいかね松島みちるといえばショパンをチョピンと読む女だぞそして私はアニマルをエニモーと発音する女だこれはもう誰の目から見ても私が教える側の人間であることは明白まさに自明の理ではあるまいか
I don't know if I agree with it, but I also can't really argue against it.
いやそうに違いない反語そしてなぜか口調まで天才風うざいことこの上なし自分で言うっていうか自分で分かっているなら自重しなさいよ
Huh. You're awfully full of yourself for somebody who can't even pronounce Anomalocaris properly.
何それ
First time.
Nice.
Well, it's the name of the largest animal in existence during the Cambrian period. Makina, let's see what you got.
アロマノカリス
Wrong, try again.
アノロマカリス
Wrong. It's Anomalocaris. One more.
This is definitely a joke that would work better if they were both speaking Japanese.
Yes.
マノハロゲンバルブハゲロンバブルはいアウト
That's how you end a joke.
Yep.
Well, you can't even handle halogen bulb?
マキちゃんは舌が短いし頭の中がちょっと特殊なのでうまく発音できない言葉が多いんですよ。そんなことないのよ。なめんな、マキナなめんな。貨客船マンギョンボン号。
What?
うるさいな、邪魔すんな。
Spare me the temper tantrum.
It's probably a side effect of a compression-based mnemonic method. She seems to be storing only the beginning and ending of each word for efficiency, so proper nouns and words with unusual middle syllables give her trouble.
チルチル、英会話の続きやるよ。うるさいわね。そんな大声出さなくても聞こえてるわよ。よーし、じゃあアマネを使った英会話始め。
See, alright.
Her name is Amane.
Alright?
Okay. When Makina is just yelling at the top of her lungs, even to people who are literally next to her, that's when you have the joke of there are loud women and louder women.
Yes.
It's funny. It works. It's a good joke. You need to place it right. That's where you place it.
Yep, you're right. You're right.
I know. So what? She's very lovely.
Aw.
It's right. By making her a lover, it's to become happy.
Well?
How about it? She's lover of lover. Lover of lover? That's right. If you marry her, it is mommy of mommy. Hey, is your mommy a mommy? Yes. Oh, holy shit. Cool fun. You get life.
What good is this doing? This isn't even a conversation.
This sounds like something Duolingo came up with.
Hey, I'm gonna...
Hmm?
Is this going to help her grades any?
どうだろうね。まあ、やらないよりはいいんじゃない？
I'm not sure about that.
Well, maybe. I guess.
The complete lack of coherent flow to their conversation is part of the problem, but Makina's English is honestly almost as bad as Michiru's. Her pronunciation is comically off, and she mixes in many weird phrases you won't hear over there. They say you shouldn't learn English from a non-native speaker, and this is a good case in point.
まあ、なんとか
I've
なる
met
んじゃ
some
ない？
really good
ノリで。
non-native teachers, though.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think that's a golden rule.
As you go along, huh?
I suppose there are some people out there who can hold an entire conversation using only pencil, dog, and thank you. When it comes to English conversations, might as well just make it up as you go along. Well, that's not necessarily wrong. I guess that's the extent of our lesson for the day. Okay, that was an interesting scene.
Alright. I wish somehow, though, it would have come up. Where he was able to throw in each of those words one time.
Missed opportunity.
It is. It's like Chekhov's gun not being used.
You're right. It was there on stage the whole time, but
And that's where it was.
to be fair, I guess that occasionally we've explained jokes before too, but it's more like if we're making a reference to something that may be
Correct.
obscure.
Yeah.
That's probably more along the lines.
Yeah,
This game does love making obscure references, though, so.
that is true. But I feel like sometimes it's good at explaining them. Like even the little what do you call it, dog thing.
Oh, the bush dog?
Yeah. It's like, well, how do we explain what it is and have it be funny or not just like his monologue? Oh man, I remember this time I saw a bush dog, blah, 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 blah. All right, you have somebody that I believe would have an internal Pokedex
Yep.
entry.
Oh, yes.
Sure.
Sachi rattling that off was absolutely hilarious because it was just like,
Yes.
this is an obscure animal. And she's just like, oh, you mean this obscure animal with all these details?
Yep.
Yes.
Perfect. Works with the character. Everything's great.
Mm-hmm. I think we covered a lot of our feelings and gripes about the particular comedic styles. So I really don't know that I have too much else to say about this episode. What about you?
I'm not sure. Maybe it'll come back. Maybe it is going to be a running gag. I'm not sure any of this episode matters in the long run.
I don't really think it does. I think it's just kind of reinforcing certain things about the characters that we already knew. Like the fact that Yuuji has very stereotypical perspectives on certain things and that he tunes out in conversations. Comedy ensues. But yeah, it doesn't really move the plot. A lot of these episodes actually really don't.
Yeah. Well, I felt like even if it didn't move the plot, you got enough about a character
Yeah.
that I was like, oh, okay, we learned something.
Mhm.
Or even about Yuuji, like an episode or two ago. But this is the first episode that I felt like, while it had a comedic moment or two, I didn't feel like anything was progressing, even in terms of our knowledge of characters. Hopefully next time we'll have more.
I'm hoping so too. Yeah, it felt filler adjacent almost.
Very filler.
Yeah.
It is like the Dragon Ball Z episode where they go to get their driver's license.
I was thinking the exact same thing, actually.
Like, so, if you stuck with us this long on this episode, congratulations. We love your support.
Yeah.
If not, if for some reason you're listening to the end and not the beginning, you could probably skip this one and miss nothing.
Honestly, yeah.
Bye, everybody.